My name's Darren, and we're going to cover all the steps you need to take to purchase Bitcoin privately. So we're going to go through why that's important. If you already know why that's important, you're just here how to learn it, skip ahead. So for you who do not know, Bitcoin is pseudo-anonymous. This means each transaction is publicly available on the blockchain. Your transactions are linked to transaction IDs and wallet IDs that all make the network what it is today. And that's not the problem with Bitcoin. You could argue without this way to verify the chain or all the transactions that have previously been done, Bitcoin wouldn't exist. The problem is when you tie yourself to these transaction IDs or these wallet IDs that you use on a public blockchain that anybody can look at and verify at any moment of the day. So most places in Western countries where you're going to be buying Bitcoin, you need to follow KYC money laundering laws, and this stands for Know Your Customer. KYC laws are built for money service businesses, real estate, anything where there is a lot of money being transacted. But what they typically take from you is your ID, your address, your email, phone numbers. Some go as far as scanning your face, scanning your eyes, what your occupation is, what your income level is, asking you what you're going to be doing with this money. When you give up all that information to companies, organizations that you're buying with, storing with, they could use all that information to tie you to specific transactions where they can learn about all of your purchases, all of your buys, all of your sells, how much you've profited, and how much you still hold. The first step you need to take is buy it from places that don't take this information. So they don't take who you are, they don't take your address, ID, email, phone number. You're doing it completely anonymously to buy. That's your first most important step. So this would be different than your traditional places like the Coinbases to buy it, like the Krakens, the Binance, where they have to take all of these regulations in order to run their company in specific jurisdictions. You're going to need to find someone who is not a registered organization or a brokerage to do this type of money trading in order to purchase it from. So the easiest ways are probably peer-to-peer networks, and this is something like local cryptos, local Bitcoins. The one I recommend is called HODL HODL, and this is a Bitcoin-only peer-to-peer trading platform that is non-custodial and uses multi-signature. Your funds will be in an escrow where you have a key, the seller has a key, and the company has a key. Once all the checks are made and everybody agrees where the Bitcoin is going to be sent, that is when it will be released to your Bitcoin wallet of your choice. Now, some privacy tips when using these peer-to-peer exchanges is when you're signing up, don't use your typical Gmail or Hotmail. Build a specific email that's not associated with you in any way. Same with phone numbers if they require verification. Really question what payment you're going to be using. If you're using PayPal, if you're using Interac e-transfer here in Canada, if you're using wire transfer, they're going to send all of that banking information, maybe an email attached for your banking information or your PayPal account to that user. So really be careful on what you're paying with. There's so many different options people accept, from prepaid credit cards to gift cards to Apple Pay, Google Pay, etc. Second place you can buy Bitcoin anonymously are ATMs. So you're going to go to something like ATM Finder or just Google Bitcoin ATMs. They're typically at corner stores, gas stations, coffee shops. You actually go to a physical machine and you put in cash and it spits out a Bitcoin paper wallet or can send directly to your address that you scan on there. A lot of the machines here in Canada do require some sort of KYC. So that's an email, it could be a phone number, but you can get lucky and find some ATMs that you can just purchase a certain amount without any KYC. So just keep hunting, maybe use a burner phone, burner email. Third way is a decentralized exchange, and this is called BISC, B-I-S-Q. This is an exchange you can actually run on your computer and download it. The benefits of BISC is it is a decentralized exchange. So not one company owns it. They don't need to follow any KYC procedures in order to run. It is non-custodial, meaning your coins are never in anybody else's hands. It is fully open source, so people can verify the software and make sure it's all legit. It is built on Bitcoin for Bitcoin only, and it has a lot of the real exchange features that you're going to want to use with where you can create orders. It has a full exchange history of all the previous trades. So it really can do everything that an exchange can do. Other ways you can consider getting private Bitcoin would be peer-to-peer. So find somebody in person that you can trade cash with it from, trade services from with it from. This is getting extremely hard because Craigslist, Facebook, they pretty much just ban every single ad with Bitcoin on it, even if it's like free classified. So be hard to do. One of the easiest ways to get private Bitcoin or Bitcoin that's not attached to any verification would be to mine it yourself. So this is setting up a mining rig. This is going through all that, and that again is a whole nother video, but probably one of the best ways you can do that. Also, you can consider earning it. So there's a ton of services, there's a ton of websites out there where you can post a job. I'm a graphic designer, I'm a dev. You can put your project up there and you can ask to be paid in Bitcoin, or whatever products maybe you sell. You sell t-shirts or something. You can start earning Bitcoin that way by creating an online shop. Now, the trade-offs to purchasing Bitcoin privately are, one, it's way more expensive. This is because those sellers that you're buying from carry a lot more risk. They don't know who you are. Their Bitcoin's at stake. They have no information about you. So you can expect to pay a premium for private Bitcoin. It's also less forgiving. So if you make a mistake, there is no company or support line to call and say, hey, I need a little help. You messed up, you got scammed, you sent it to the wrong address. It's also hard to do high amounts of transactions. So the liquidity on these networks aren't that high because a lot of these people you're buying from still need to follow the rules in their country, and a lot of no verification rules are based on dollar limits. And again, it's still risky for those sellers to be selling $100,000 to somebody they don't know. Expect to do a lot of small transactions when you're buying Bitcoin with no ID verification. Now, transacting, storing, sending Bitcoin privately is kind of a whole nother video, but just some basic steps you can take. You can use tools like CoinJoin, Whirlpool, mixing tools where they actually mix all of your transactions for a fee together with multiple other transactions. This creates like plausible deniability, so somebody can't really go back and prove that was your transaction after those transactions. Another basic tip would just be, don't dox yourself like me. Don't go online telling people, how to store Bitcoin, showing people how to buy Bitcoin, saying you own Bitcoin. It's kind of a dumb thing to do. Don't be telling all your friends, don't be posting online how much Bitcoin you have. It's just an easy way for you to be a target. Do not use the same address more than once. So this is key. When sending Bitcoin to a specific address, use a wallet where you can mix your addresses. And then do not mix your coins. So do not use those private coins you bought and store them in the same wallet where you got your KYC information, because they know you own that wallet and they know how much money is in that wallet. Sign up for as least exchanges as possible. So don't be signing up for every single exchange to get all this, $20 in free Bitcoin here, $10 in free Bitcoin here. Stick to one exchange if you can. Stick to one place where you can buy it, and you're only trusting one company instead of multiple other companies. The odds one company will leak your information is way less than if you were signed up with multiple different companies. Also use VPNs, so a lot of these transactions can actually trace back your IP address, which could give up your information on where you're located. And that could be very dangerous if you're transacting high amounts of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin grows, as the network grows, as the internet grows, data will become increasingly more lucrative in the world. And we can all be vulnerable to the power if they have that information. If you like this video, I have other videos on what the best wallet is, where to buy Bitcoin, etc. You can check out my channel, and thanks for watching.